Hello, folks. Good evening. You'll have to excuse me. I'm hearing Ruin Johnson sing in my head. Wow. Always like to monitor the Brown Alliance as they patch the torch along to us. Oh, yes, indeed. Tonight we're going to have some fun. We're going to be doing Dragonheart 1996. It's very loosely Arthurian. They mention King Arthur a lot in it, and Avalon, and even Merlin. I think there's a horse named Merlin in this, but he doesn't talk, so that's a little different. Usually there's talking horses in Arthurian tales. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to introduce my co-hosts for this evening. This should be a 3-weeker, by the way. Yeah, I think we can do it in 3 weeks. Please welcome my dear lady wife, the Dame Liza Sejido. Hello, how are you?
Hello. Hello. Yes.
Wow,
Doing good. Doing all right.
that's good.
Yes.
Wow, we're really smoking here.
I know, right? Well, and I just wanted to say Dragonheart is one of my favorite movies. I know it's not, a great masterpiece of the ages, but I love, love, love this movie, and it didn't bother me whatsoever that the main character did not have a British accent. Now, I know for our friends in the UK,
Yeah.
this is definitely problematic, and you probably can't take this movie seriously at all because an English character doesn't sound English. But
he came in like a cowboy, man. He's like, hey, we're gonna get some dragons today. Yeah, it's like, okay.
I know, but again, it coming from perspective of an American, you just forget.
I didn't forget. I was just like, but no, it's still, leave that alone. It's a fun movie, and there's a lot of good stuff in it. Speaking of which, we need to bring.
It's easier for us to give it a pass. Yeah.
Let's bring in our resident Anglo-Saxon scholar here.
I am no man.
That's the wrong clip.
It has a very similar thumbnail of what I was trying to clip. I hope I don't get in trouble for misgendering. Here we go.
You keep blowing my cover as Eowyn. you keep blowing my cover that I'm really Miranda Otto with a bad English accent. I have no problem with it. I actually had to look up at one point. It's the weird thing with accents. Sometimes I actually had to look up to see if Dina Meyer is actually because she sounded doing English to me, but I had the fact that Dennis Quaid wasn't even trying an English accent was fine by me. I'm not even sure exactly where it was set. It's never actually. I suppose
it could be fantasy.
Yeah, but eventually you end up with mentioning King Arthur.
Right.
So I suppose at that point it then kind of has to be in England. But for most of it, it's a fun, reasonably light fantasy movie.
It is, and even the score, pushes that. In some scenes, it's a very has lighthearted melody and everything. That it's a for fun thing. They're not trying to be historically accurate, and I'm sure you're going to point out all the places where they're not. And so,
supposedly the movie is set in 10th century England.
Yeah,
but the entire film was was shot on location in Slovakia.
I did wonder because I didn't recognize any of the castle.
That's probably due to finances. But, Slovakia, well, Liza's been close. She's been to the Czech Republic, and they do have medieval
Yes.
stuff there.
Oh, yeah, they've got a long history.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's amazing, at least about the Czech Republic, is that during World War II, they didn't experience massive bombings. So a lot of castles survived.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
more
they were too far,
old architecture. Yeah, more stuff intact over there. So I guess it was a good move to film in a place where, a lot of these medieval structures are still there in relatively good condition. So it's interesting. By the way, hail to Flav, who's been a member for 7 months, I guess maybe even longer, but that's what YouTube says.
Well, he's definitely one of our first ones, and it has been longer. It was Scott, Flav, and Stitch are our first channel members, and so we always commemorate that.
This man commands a quack legion. They wax as high as any in Rome.
Nothing to laugh at.
We need to do that.
We did do Life of Brian in the Easter of 2025. But I guess just like the Holy Grail, we got to do it again. Yeah. Even Swappers was with us for the first half of it. That was fun. But some of those things
maybe
are timeless.
we can. Well, here is an idea. Maybe we can get Swappers to join us in reenacting some of the scenes of the.
That's true. We didn't
not the
do
Holy
that.
Grail.
We didn't do that.
Yes.
In that version.
No, we didn't. Yeah, they just want. It doesn't have to be the whole thing. It could be like
No.
the funniest scenes. Maybe the clip you keep playing could be one of those scenes.
Oh. Well, I said I was watching, I think I said the other day, I was watching a YouTube, one of these historian react to, and he was doing various things of ancient Rome. And one of the ones they did was they did that scene from Life of Brian. And at one point, the historian, he knows it's a piece of, like, he knows it's a, he knows it's a like movie, but what he's doing, he's saying, how he's, how historical it's quite accurate. And I always said, sadly, the life and works of the great biggest dickers are lost to history.
Thanks for joining us, Mud Crab. Have fun.
Oh yeah, thanks for being there. And we should give a shout out to Gavin Unit. He is our chief commenter.
Look! Jesus Christ! I warned you.
Liza.
It is the rabbit. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I have the screenshots from the AI breakdown of that live stream.
Let's
my
do
gosh.
that first. How about that real quick?
Okay,
Let's do that, and then we'll get on to the. Sorry, if you are watching us on the rewind and you really came to here to get top information on Dragonheart, you're gonna have to wait just a little bit longer or fast forward. But we had a stream last week, and Liza likes to ask AI stuff now and then just to see what it says, and she asked for like some summaries on the stream, and so this is what AI got from our stream on Wednesday, part 3 of Monty Python, The Holy Grail.
Do you want the actual screenshots to display them, or do you just want me to read off?
I think reading them will be fine.
Okay. So YouTube now, for those of you who are not aware, has this AI summary feature where you can, it's a little star. It's usually next to the save button, or you have to expand the view of buttons right underneath the play screen. And you'll see a little Gemini star, and you could click on it, and the first option that it says, summarize this video. And so you could ask it to do that, or you could ask it a specific question about the video, and it will do its best to answer your question. It will also auto-generate questions that it thinks you may want answered.
Mhm.
And so, what was the first? And so, me just playing around because last week's fantasy stream was quirky as F, right?
Well,
I
the Holy
watched
Grail.
I watched that short. I had that short with the rabbit, with Alex, with Colin and Lawrence and Mike looping and laughing my ass
Is
off
the
for I don't
rabbit.
know it is the and somehow I edited that short. I didn't intend for it to loop so well, like for the end to loop into the beginning, and it synchronicity. It just happened. So anyway, I was really into last week's fantasy stream, and I decided it's like, I wonder what YouTube AI thinks of this stream. And so I opened the AI summary feature, and one of the automated questions that it had under the summary feature was who are the participants? Again, I didn't ask this question. This is a question that AI thought I would be interested in having answered. So I clicked on it, and this is what YouTube AI, aka YouTube Gemini, said. The participants featured in this episode of Earworms include the host and several recurring co-hosts and guests. The host, the primary narrator of the episode, Sir Colin of Glastonbury, a regular co-host, and then it gives a
A host
timestamp.
and regular co-host.
Yes. Sir Michael, I'm assuming AI is talking about
Mike
Mike.
Morley.
A regular co-host and mild-mannered man of music. Timestamp. Yes. Liza Sejido. It got my name right. A regular cast member from the Psyche Electroacoustic Opera Company. That's true. Timestamp. Baron AWK Alex Carrison, spelled with a C, which is misspelled, I think.
Yep.
It got that wrong. The special guest and author who joins the panel, timestamp, and Flav, an audience member who interacts via chat and contributes to the Shrubbery Fund, timestamp. I don't know. I should have asked follow-up questions to see whether it was being facetious, like, haha, I'm trying to be
His
funny
donation did come with
AI.
the message,
Yeah.
about
Fame
helping
at
out with a
last.
shrubbery. Yep.
Flav says fame at last. No, I should have asked it follow-up questions to see if it
Flav,
was.
you're going to live
Yeah.
forever.
Yes. I'm gonna live forever.
Exactly.
I'm gonna learn how to fly. People will see me and die. Okay, and the next thing, okay.
And I have all 4 of the albums for that TV series.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You're kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Well,
Liza, yes, please continue.
Yes.
We
now
do
there
have
is a
Sean Connery waiting.
Now here's another automated question. Again, I didn't generate these questions. These are questions that AI would think I would like to have answered. This is an auto-generated question from this episode. And I quote, "What are butt trumpets mentioned in the video?" Question mark. It has butt trumpets in quotations. And it says, the term, quote, unquote, butt trumpets mentioned in the video, timestamp, is a humorous, informal reference used by the hosts to describe a provocative image Liza chose for the episode's thumbnail. Now, folks, those of you who listened to the episode know that I had no input on the thumbnail. I was not responsible for the butt trumpet thumbnail. In fact, I was the one among other people in the chat who called out the butt trumpet thumbnail. And
Community noting.
Flav. And the thing is, everybody knows it wasn't me. it was Lawrence who picked the butt
Yeah, well,
trumpet.
AI didn't notice that I was there.
Yeah.
I was not included as one of the hosts.
I mean, it got so many things right, but gets some fundamentals wrong. Like, I mean, it supposedly transcribes the entire live stream and knows exactly what you're talking about. How could it get the context of our conversation wrong?
Well, I mean, yeah, it doesn't really understand.
It doesn't understand context, does it? I suppose.
Yeah. But no, I mean, even in a transcript, one could see that she's complaining about butt trumpets. I don't think she ever at any point talked about including them. And I don't know.
I never supported the butt trumpet thumbnail, but it got that wrong. And then it goes on to say, throughout the discussion, the panel uses the term playfully to react to the absurdity of the thumbnail choice, which is supposedly my fault, right? While the hosts express amusement and mock surprise at the inclusion of such an image, it serves as an example of their ongoing comedic banter and distinctive style of engagement with their audience, contrasting with more conventional video branding. And in follow-up questions that I didn't take screenshots, it blames Gavin for a bunch of things. And
well, yes.
But
yeah, it was mostly the "I warned you."
Yes, okay, I remember what it blamed Gavin for. It blames Gavin for derailing our conversations every time he uses the phrase "I warned you" in the chat. So Gavin, according to AI, YouTube AI, you derail our conversations all the time with "I warned you." So
I guess nobody warned the AI about Gavin then.
Yeah. Oh, there.
Well, and one thing that was new for Wednesday also is afterwards, it made me, in order to keep monetization, cut out the "She Turned Me Into a Newt" video clip that I have played before and never had a problem with.
A newt.
Yep. That one, it didn't like that. It said, nope, can't be monetized because of like 6 seconds of that routine. Just from the "she turned you into a newt" up to "I got better." It's like, come on, man. I've played that plenty of times before. I think I'm gonna have to pitch it up or whatever and put it in.
Yeah, but to be fair, it isn't our play. It isn't our content. So yeah.
It's so short. It's like,
I know.
The whole idea to have copyrights for movies is so the people that produce it and stuff earn money from what they made and all that. Tiny little clips used as jokes is like.
Oh, not only that, it's actually unlike a lot of clips that people use these days, it's actually intended to be homage to and respectful of the original. It's done in exactly the context in which it was intended.
Yeah.
It's not a case
of anything. It reminds people of the movie, and they might, see it again. But in any case, this one is brought to us by Universal.
Awesome. Dun, dun, dun.
And Universal is registered as a trademark. You can see the little R right there. So you can't take that and use that, folks.
No.
All right. And then we have here. Now, have you heard this name before?
Yeah, I think she's Dina De Laurentiis' daughter, I think.
Well, you mean from Flash Gordon fame?
Yeah, again, the producer, Dina De Laurentiis. I can't remember. I know the name. I know the name Dina De Laurentiis. He was big in film. I think that may be his daughter. Could be wrong.
Let me check.
Mm.
Was this produced by... Hey, I should do this ahead of time. This film produced by
Well, if you get out, I'll say if I can IMDb,
Dino.
I'll probably.
De Laurentiis' daughter. Yeah, there we go. And we find here, yes, exactly. You are correct, Colin. Ding, 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 ding.
Well, remember who you're talking to. It again
Well,
could
Oh,
get many
Sir
things
Colin
right.
of Glastonbury.
Yes, Sir Colin of Glastonbury, the founder of earworms. And then what is it? You called him Sir Michael.
That was Mike Gorley, was
Well,
Sir Michael,
that's what
the
Mike put.
mild-mannered man of music.
Yes, Sir
Well, that's
Michael.
what Mike did. Mike changed his name to Sir Michael of Mountain or something, didn't he? Sir Michael of the Mountains or something.
Like,
I think he
the
changed his
mountain?
name for that.
Well, he does live near the Smoky Mountains. Well, anyway, so we've discovered that, so that's cool.
Fine.
Yeah, I mean, the name did look familiar, but I totally forgot about Dino. And it's like, hey, yeah. And then Rob Cohen. Any relation to
that's
Brian
why I kind of guessed it
Cohen?
was. I think I've heard the name before.
Any relation to Brian Cohen? Son of Mandy Cohen?
I was going to say how can I put this? I'll say how can I put this without sounding rude? Given the
Well,
surname,
maybe don't say anything.
no. What I'm going to say is, I don't mean it to be rude, but
Okay.
Given the surname, there's probably quite a few Cohens in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be harder to
given-
track down. And that's why Monty Python
Yeah.
utilizes it.
Given the demographic implications of the name, let's just say,
Right.
because we're not allowed to say certain things on YouTube, and there are a large number of people from that demographic involved in Hollywood in a variety of ways.
Yeah.
It's not surprising that there are probably quite a few Cohens who are not really connected, unless they're from the clan Cohen. I don't know if Cohen is a tribe. Or
No,
was a tribe.
it's not one of the 12 tribes, at least.
No.
But we do have... Oh, Leonard Cohen was a great songwriter.
Yeah.
And then we have here Dennis Quaid. Quaid!
Yes,
I
that's
think Gavin
exactly what I was. Thinking.
Gavin
of,
reminded us of that. Oh, Gavin was quick.
Yeah.
He gave, what's her name? Dina Meyer a quick one before the stream even started. A quick one.
Well, yes.
Okay. Dennis
Okay, Dina Meyer
Quaid.
one.
Now, so yeah, this guy, I don't know. You like Liza, you continually confuse him with Kevin Costner, right?
I mean,
I don't know why, because
I
they look like each other.
the voices are quite different. Though.
I keep getting this movie confused with Dragon Slayer from a couple of years later, a couple of years earlier.
Oh, the
No,
one with
yeah,
the
Dragon-
blonde guy.
Yeah,
The
the, one
blonde,
with
curly
Peter
haired
Nichol.
guy. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
One dragon stew coming right up. That's what's gonna
I
happen
think
with
Gavin's
this stream.
derailing us again.
Yeah.
He's again, Gavin. How dare you? God.
Be interesting to see what the eye expects of this one.
But that actually sounds like something Dennis Quaid's character Bowen would say in this film. One dragon stew
I'll
coming
tell you,
right
actually,
up.
at the risk of spoiling, because it hadn't occurred to me, I realised watching it, it's been a long time since I've seen it, who the character who Dragonheart would best apply
Technically,
to.
it would be Einon, right?
Yeah.
Because he's got kind of a dragon.
Yeah, it didn't
influence
occur
part.
to me until later on, especially when you heard something had gone there. Yeah.
So technically, that would be it, I guess. But I think they just put it there because it sounds cool, and it does involve a heart, the two hearts. All right,
Well,
David Thewlis is
so what it
playing
basically
the
is that
aforementioned. Go ahead. I'm
Einon,
sorry.
Einon was obviously reincarnated a couple of thousand years later, as a lycanthropic wizard.
Really?
David Thewlis played I've forgotten the guy's name in Harry Potter.
He did? Wait a second. Oh, wait. Yes. He was one of the good guy professors,
Yeah.
right? The guy
Yeah.
who. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I
He was the
didn't
best friend of
place him.
Sirius Black. Yeah.
I did not place him when I
No.
saw him. Wow, that's amazing.
Oh yeah. Well, he really does make you hate him in this. I mean.
Oh yeah.
That job
He's
does
a-
get accomplished.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he plays a good guy in the Harry Potter series. Amazing. Yeah.
Well, that's acting for you. That's what you gotta
Yes,
be able to do.
it's good acting for
Now
you.
this guy is
because-
great.
Yeah.
Pete Postlethwaite. I'm glad I was able to say that close
Yep.
to the way it should be said. But no, he does a great
He's-
job. Great
he's
comic
monk.
relief. And that's the hardest thing when he's talking
Yeah.
and you have Quaid there acting with him. It's just like, it's like you got a real good British actor doing his
Lupin,
thing.
Remus Lupin is who he plays.
And then you have Quaid there just like, yeah. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
who else does he play? Like in other things?
Remus Lupin is the Harry Potter character.
Oh, the other Thewils.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Remus Lupin is the Harry Potter character he plays. I couldn't remember the name of it.
Okay. Well, now we're on Pete Postlethwaite.
Oh, yeah.
But I do recognize him. I should have looked up. I think I do have here some notes on him, but I have to look at them again. Pete
Yeah, well, he's-
Postlethwaite.
He's British, another British actor who's got quite. He passed away in 2011. I didn't
Oh,
realise
no.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He's
know
in a
I've
lot-
seen
again,
him
he's
in
got a
other
long-
things. Yeah.
He's
Remake
described as a
Clash of Titans.
chameleon-like character actor. Steven Spielberg
Yeah.
once called him the best actor in the world. Wow.
Well, in what other movies have we seen
Mm-hmm.
him? Because I know I've seen him in other things, but it doesn't. Nothing comes
I'm
to
just-
mind right now.
No, I'm just going. He was in Jurassic Park. The Lost World.
Yes.
The Lost
Okay.
World.
Mhm.
He was in
Mr.
a movie called Brass Off, which was about. It's an English movie from the late 90s about a brass band. Dragonheart, James and the Giant Peach, Usual Suspects. He was in.
Suspects. Yeah, Mr.
Yep.
Kolavashi. And yeah,
he
the
was in Come Back with
dinosaur
a Shot.
hunter.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Baron AWK in the house tonight.
A dragon versus little white rabbit. Dragon 0, white rabbit with a spicy stomach. Dot.
He was
To
also
be continued.
in Alien 3.
Oh,
I knew he was in something else that was quite right. He's in Alien 3.
he was also in the Name of the Father from 1993. So yeah, a lot of things, but that's it. I mean, maybe not major roles, but a lot of supporting actor stuff, but he's
I
just
swear
really
I
good.
would have seen him in sci-fi things, though. I'm trying-
Probably.
Well,
You could
Yeah, I
always
he was in the remake of The Omen, which no one probably wants to even think about. So, I mean, he's got about 100 credits or so as an
Yeah.
actor.
yeah, I'm sure he's
Solomon
he-
Kane, if you saw that, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to look a little further, Liza, you're more than welcome to. But then we have Dina Meyer. Now, her name, to me, does not ring bells, although in looking at her, I'm sure I've seen her in other things.
I know. I can tell you exactly what you've seen her in. You've seen her as one of the first gender swapped characters I ever noticed being gender swapped.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there were no female mobile infantry. She was Dizzy in Starship Troopers.
Oh, Starship Troopers. I thought you were
Yeah.
going there. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
The character of Dizzy Flores in the book is a male. There are no female Starship Troopers in the book.
Yep, and that's what it's saying right here. Dizzy Flores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably her other best known. Certainly, I would say in our circles, perhaps.
Now, Colin, you may develop a little more interest in the World Cup coming up soon, because if England makes it past Norway, there's a good chance they'll be going up against Argentina. And I know you still haven't forgiven Argentina for what they did to the Top Gear guys.
No, I don't care. It doesn't matter. We beat Argentina when it counted. We beat Argentina 2 years later when it counted. The fact that we lost because some guy who couldn't actually say the word Madonna properly punched the ball. I don't care. I don't care. I didn't at the time. So we beat Argentina when it counted 2 years later in a little football game called the Falklands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we beat them when it counted. We beat Germany when it counted. Twice.
But
And
not in
they-
the World Cup,
Actually,
though,
well,
right?
Actually, no, I think we did
They
beat them.
may have,
Having
I
said
don't
that, I think 66. I think it was Germany who beat in the World Cup, because the chance 2 World Wars and 1 World Cup. So yeah, I think it must have been. And as far as I'm aware, 66 is the only time England ever won the World Cup.
Oh.
Yeah, Flav would probably be able to chime in on that. Let me see here. Now, I have a bunch of names here. Here's some supporting folks. Yeah, I got a bunch of these, but mostly also I was trying to get some of the scenery here because it looked good.
Jason Isaacs again. I think Jason Isaacs went on was was Jason Isaacs that was Draco Malfoy's dad.
I'm not the person to ask.
No, I'm just kind of double check. I know he's been in a lot of things, but let's see.
What other things has Jason?
Yeah, he was Lucius Malfoy. He was Lucius Malfoy. He was Lucius Malfoy in the Harry Potter movies.
Oh man, everyone's been in Harry Potter.
He was also, I think, one of the main antagonists in The Patriot, but The Patriot was a Mel Brooks movie, so I can completely ignore any historical accuracy for that whatsoever.
I'm looking at some pictures here, Jason Isaacs, and looks like he.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, of
Did he
course.
play Trev Retro? That looks like Trev Retro right there.
He also, unfortunately, I think he was in the appallingly bad Star Trek Disgracery as well.
Oh no!
Yeah, he was a captain or something in Disgracery, I think.
Yeah.
The Star Trek that shall not be named.
Captain Hook.
Yeah.
Mr. Darling.
Yeah.
Peter Pan.
Captain Gabriel Walker.
In 2003. And then we have Colonel William Havington, The Patriot, 2000.
And again, he's got a long IMDb. Rosemary's Baby. Oh, they made remade Rosemary's Baby as well. Good grief.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. No, just kidding.
No, apparently there was a remake of Rosemary's Baby that he was in. So I thought, was he in the original? But then oh no, that was 2014. Oh, it was a miniseries or whatever.
Oh. And I like this name here, Wolf Christian.
Yeah, I don't recognize that.
No, but I just think it's a cool name.
Yeah, it is. It is a great name. Great name.
Well, anyway, we're moving on here. Let's actually talk a little bit of story. Basically, throughout this intro, Bowen,
Brian Thompson also has quite a bit of credit in amongst other things. Brian Thompson was he was one of the vampires in the first season of Buffy. I think that's why I first noticed him.
Ah,
But, yeah, I'll tell you, Sandy, one thing I was thinking about this earlier on. All the characters where you have an actor for the younger character and the older character, I'm not entirely convinced, simply because there's only 12 years difference.
yep.
And it's not a case of their kids who then grow up.
Mhm.
They're adults at the start of the film, young adults, but not sufficiently old, not sufficiently different that they would look that different as different actors.
You think he would have gotten the hairdo changed as it
I mean,
older.
let's put it this way: if they made this, remade this time, they what they do is they would de-age David Thewlis, they de-age Dina Meyer a little bit.
Right.
You wouldn't need them, but
Well,
yeah,
personally, I think they did a good job with the casting of the younger Einon, because somehow they did enough
Oh, yeah.
where they didn't have to introduce the new Einon when he appears as the older guy,
Yeah, he's just
the
there,
older
and
actor.
it's him.
Yeah, it's
yes.
not like in Merlin where they had to set up the kid's eye color was totally different from
Mm,
the eye color of the guy from Jurassic Park. What is his name?
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill.
Oh, yes, Sam Neill.
And he looked nothing like Sam Neill. But they did they found a kid who, when in costume, looks like the older character.
So yeah,
So
yes,
they-
indeed, yeah, they do, and again the same, and in fact, Dina Meyer's character barely says a word before she turned into Dina Meyer. But I'm just saying that
Yeah, and they didn't have to overdub her voice.
no, well, no, all I'm saying
No,
is
yeah.
it's a bit of an odd
Yeah.
thing. If they were younger kids, if they were younger teenagers, then I could, yeah, obviously you don't have a however old Thewlis and Meyer were at the time playing
Mhm.
characters 20 years younger. But all I'm saying is, but yeah, no, I'm not saying it was, but they both actors, well, this chap in particular, did a good job. Yeah, I'm not saying they didn't do a good job. I'm just saying
No. I thought I just commented in that in other things that I've seen, they're not as detail oriented
Lee-
with choosing the younger version.
Lee
um,
Oakes, that chap's name is.
Ah.
Lee Oakes. Oh, that's the name that we
That's-
saw
yep.
a few
Yeah, that's
slides
that's
ago.
young. That's playing young Einon. Yeah.
Yep. Well, here they're practicing with wooden swords, and of course, Bowen is basically the mentor, and he's besting him in basically every way possible, but teaching him. So you get that idea. And you see in the intro of this, that's one of the things they pull from the Arthurian stuff. At least the ones that we've seen in films, is that Merlin was interested in producing a better king than what Uther was, and
Yeah.
so it's a similar type of thread here. Well, similar intent. But anyway, that's some
Oh, you're right. I
good
didn't make that
stonework.
connection. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Good stonework there.
Yeah, that's something that I thought. If this is, I mean, okay, when we found out when it's set, it's actually set a little bit too early for big stone castles. But if you
Mhm.
take that aside, you think, but at this period in time, why are the castles in ruins?
Yeah.
Why
a
are they
good
not
question.
in? What does the castle look as if it's 1,000 years old? When this is
Oh.
the age when castles are just started to be built, that's something that did back out to be. a
Well,
little bit, but-
these might be ancient alien monuments.
yeah. Well, they
Or-
do mention.
Or Colin, could they justify it as being Roman ruins?
I was going to say they do mention later on that the Romans, certainly one bit much later on. I'm
Bloody
thinking, okay, well,
Roman.
that's definitely Roman baths.
Okay.
So yeah, they might be trying to do that, I think, but it's just that the Romans didn't build big castles.
Now,
Right.
anybody that has some
but, yeah.
issues with the casting, this is the lady to blame. Marjorie
But
Simpkin. Poor Marjorie. But yes, I'm sorry to interrupt the thought there, but yeah, it is something like, well, these are ruins. But yeah, I guess they do look simple enough that it could be Roman ruins. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what they mentioned a couple times later on about Roman, about them originally being Romans and built them up again.
Although
But,
the
yeah, I mean,
castles too, the ones that are actually intended to be castles, do look like they have some wear and tear on them. So
yeah, but I mean, So, I mean, I said the fact that the Romans didn't actually build castles is a minor problem. Okay.
Well, luckily, when this movie was produced, we didn't have documentaries about Gideon Castle
yes,
True.
where they'd show you what a castle in its prime looked like, and so
Yeah.
this
Well.
ringed of authenticity, but historically this is inaccurate. But they were just concerned about the story and not so much, as you
Yeah.
can tell.
Oh, yeah,
Moving
absolutely.
forward,
This is-
you're going to tear
this
this
is what
apart.
you get
Colin.
with Castle Get Along. This is what you get with Castle Get Along. They're kind of rude there.
They
Yeah.
are rude. Yes.
All right, and
yeah, they would give it a Razzie.
So anyway, yeah, all sorts of during these opening credits, man.
I mean,
a lot of that.
they did find some beautiful scenes to film in.
But I did want to include some things here. What is this? I didn't include all the opening credits. There were some that I wanted. Yeah, like visual effects producer.
Oh, Lord, they were amazing.
Yep, Judith Weaver.
I mean, when was this? 1996. So this is,
That's when it's
About-
released.
yeah, so this is about the same time as Babylon 5.
Yeah, right in the middle
So-
of Babylon 5's
Yeah.
run.
So the special effects, so the 1990s special effect, late 90s special effects, but they are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they you can go back and pick the dragon apart a little bit, but there was just I don't know, they integrated it into the environment very well, and it wasn't bothersome CGI at all. And it's just sad that moving forward 1998 with Merlin, the miniseries, they didn't. I mean,
It's a mini series,
they
so they
spare-
didn't have the money.
yes, they spared no expense with the actors, but didn't
No.
put the money where it should have gone.
Oh no! I mean,
Maybe
you gotta
they
have
did-
that cast. That cast was great.
They didn't need so many
Wow.
A-listers, but with Sam Neill and just the main, I don't know. That's just me. Anyway. But this was, effects. Money spent in the right places can do amazing things.
Mhm.
And the CGI here, man, the we're watching it in HD and you can see the compositing somewhat, but it is still superior to what's coming out today, unfortunately.
When it's in this, I'm kind of tempted, and I know not to mean it in an insulting way, to sort of think of Brian Thompson there as discount Clancy Brown, and that's not meant to be, that's not necessarily meant to be a put down, because there's something about him in this one that reminds me of a lot of Clancy Brown's performances as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, what do you say about our costumery here?
Hey, where was the name of this guy in the credits, by the way? This guy is in everything. Back to the Future. He always plays a bad guy.
Yeah, that's Brian Thompson
Yeah.
without a P.
Was
Brian
he in the
Thompson.
credits? Yeah.
Yes, I think so. Yes, I think so.
And did he
Yeah.
make an appearance in Babylon 5 at some point?
I'm not sure. He might have done. I'm honestly not sure. He's been in a load of things.
I know that he's been
No,
in
I
Star
think
Trek
He was,
as a Klingon
I
before.
think
Yeah.
he was in. the Babylon 5 that you don't like. I think he was in an episode of Crusade.
Yes, that's where we saw
From
him,
the right,
Lawrence.
the one
He
where they
was,
got those-
yeah,
Oh,
he was in Crusade, and he was, I think he did play a Klingon in Star Trek. Which Star Trek? I don't remember. I don't know if it was in the movies in the 80s, or if it was in the Next Generation, but he did play a Klingon at one point.
well, he's in Terminator,
Yeah, he's
Cobra,
in 4 episodes of Buffy.
Lionheart.
Lionheart.
That's another Heart movie. That was
Yeah.
1990.
Okay.
And that he played Russell. The
He
slick,
always plays a bad
long-haired-
guy.
Yeah, he was in Deep Space Nine, Hercules.
was. Okay.
He was a Klingon in Star Trek Generations.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of Star Trek. Yeah, Star Trek Generations,
Oh,
The Next
yes.
Generation.
Yes, he was on the ship with in
Alien
Generations.
Nation.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
X-Files.
Next Gen as well.
Yes.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, he's in
Oh,
everything.
that's
Rite of
interesting. He was in
Passage.
both the Alien Nation movie and the TV series, but as different characters.
Charmed.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
in
sure.
everything. Gosh.
I mean, again,
Recent
he's another.
high-profile things is The Tragedy of Macbeth in 2022.
Hmm.
Now that,
Hmm.
I didn't know.
I
there
would
was-
like to see that. Oh gosh.
Well, given that he does part of the time he sounds to be being Scottish in this movie,
Yeah.
and when he sounded Scottish, he sounds Scottish. You know,
So is he American?
Yeah, he was born in 1959 in Ellens. Blimey, he's older than I am. I didn't realize he was that old. In Ellensburg, Washington.
Huh.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
well, a lot of blue-collar actors in this. Well, anyway, he comes in, and they want to go out because the king's having trouble with them pesky peasants. Need to put them down. And of course, Bowen shares his views on that.
You know, it
Yeah.
must be frustrating for I hate to call people B-listers, talented B-list actors, to not receive main roles like Bowen and lose a role maybe to a character who's supposed to be British and can't perform with a British accent. Like this guy, you know, is because I mean, he pulls off the Scottish accent, or you know, so well that I didn't know whether he was American or I mean, you could tell, Colin. I can't.
I've seen him in many other things as well, but yeah.
Yeah, but it must explode their brains. It's like I could play a better Bowen, but it's like I guess I don't have the look for a Bowen.
Yeah.
Although if
Well,
you're
yeah,
a
well,
good
you-
actor, you could pull it off.
But yeah, I suppose like a lot of things, they cast. I mean, they cast Dennis Quaid for the name value, I suppose. I know. I mean, maybe
I mean,
maybe
to be
Brian
fair,
Thompson wasn't interested. I don't know.
I
course.
like Dennis Quaid in this movie. He
yeah.
played. I mean, I got into the character. I cared about the character. I think he did a good job. But I'm thinking if they make all their casting decisions by a person's looks, it's like first of all, with makeup, you can give anyone any type of look you want. And secondly, it's
Maybe.
like if you're an excellent actor, people will overlook the fact that the actor may not fit the ideal look for the character. You know, yes, that
I mean,
other
to
guy
me-
has
to me-
the face of a bad guy, but if he's a good enough actor, he could be a chameleon. It's like the other guy that people call the chameleon. He
Yeah,
could just fit
Postlethwaite.
he can fit any role because he's just that good. How many B-listers are just that good and never get the opportunity?
Yeah.
Because it didn't, because of what they sort of a jobbing actor or character actor, and they don't have that. They don't have that, whatever it is, to make them a star.
Maybe they do.
But what it means is they're constantly employed. They're in all over the place, and they get possibly a wide variety of roles to play. I mean, Brian Thompson been about 47 when this was made. Sorry, 37. So I mean, to be honest, I don't think his looks were against. I think he could equally. His look could have worked equally well for Bowen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you just straight think of the look and it's like, he's a warrior. It's just that he's cast as the king's henchman rather than a warrior. So I think he probably could have done. It's just that.
Yeah, I guess they just wanted bigger names on the list. Although Dina Meyer was probably not that big at this point. I mean, and in fact, the only thing I saw there was Starship Troopers. So I don't know, but the thing is, it's tough. That's one of those things where it's like, the character actors are the ones that are good because they can become what they need to become for a role.
Well, look, just as an example, Castulas and Jakar.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the guy who plays Lando Malari, Jurassic. But the thing is, after we saw him as Lando Malari, I mean, was getting jobs harder because he was cast in people's mind as Lando Malari. I don't know. Maybe it's a double-edged sword, achieving fame.
But the makeup was enough that he could play an unmade-up regular guy, and you wouldn't be forced to see Lando Malari there. You know what I mean?
I think the thing to me is that, to me, Peter Jurassic is two people. Peter Jurassic is Lando Malari,
and
he's
that guy
also
from Hill Street Blues.
Yeah, he's also Sid the Snitch from Hill Street Blues.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Hill Street Blues yet, so maybe that'll change when I see it.
Hill Street Blues was I think it was the first American show, because Britain had a lot of our British cop shows tend to be a lot of British cop shows tended to be either one person or we've had groups, and we've had the occasional one which is about the team. Most American cop shows were about the two leads, Starsky and Hutch,
Chips.
What were the girls' ones? Cagney Lacey, etc. Hill Street Blues, I think, is the first one where, yes, you've got the main lead is the captain, but then you've got a stable, you've got a bunch of characters who also are important throughout the story, whose names are in the credit titles, starring as, rather than guessing or anything like that, And I think Hill Street Blues was one of the first really big ones that really did that.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly, I think in the States, which is why it was such a difference.
And then they stuck with that formula afterward, like with NYPD Blue, and then that's the one with James Gandolfini in it, right?
NYPD Blue is Dennis, who also was actually not Dennis Quaid. I can't remember, who was also in Hill Street Blues actually.
Yeah.
And it's
Welcome to Earworms, where we try to remember things.
Yeah. I think his is the only character that goes all the way through it, right from the start to the finish.
Well, while you're trying,
that's where Andrea Thompson went on to when my 3D blue started.
that's true, yeah. And then she did do CNN after that. I did look that up. So yeah, she did do CNN, but yeah,
Dennis
by
Quaid,
way of.
But it also, no, I remembered it before it came up there. Yeah. But also, it was very famous for it had another ex-Hill Street Blues actor named David Caruso.
Oh yeah, then he
got
did
a massive great ego.
Then he did that CSI Miami thing, right?
No. He literally walked off the set of Hill Street Blues. Of NYPD Blue, thinking he got a glittering Hollywood career ahead of him, and he just sunk for about a decade before he came back. Yeah, he came back with CSI Miami. But yeah, it was Dennis France. It was Dennis France and Caruso. Then Caruso was replaced by.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes.
I think we're really.
We are.
All the actors in here.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's all the things I watched when I was a kid and a young.
Poor Randy Edelman. Still waiting for his mention as the composer here. Last night when we saw this, of course, this flashed on screen and
I misread it, and I was like, Elfman? Okay. Elfman? Okay, another Elfman. But no, it was Edelman. I looked him up now, and yeah, he has quite a few big scores under his belt. So.
Oh, yeah? Can you mention just a couple?
Let me pull up the list again.
Oh, big ones.
Scores. Let's see. It's popping up. Twins, 1988. Ghostbusters, 1989. Kindergarten Cop. Drop Dead Fred. My Cousin Vinny. Billy Madison.
My Cousin Vinny.
Action
That's
Adventure.
A serious one.
The Bruce Lee story. Yeah. Dragonheart's here. Daylight. Beethoven. I think that's the dog movie. 1992.
Yeah.
And Angels in the Outfield, 1994. The Last of the Mohicans, 1992.
Last of the Mohicans?
Trevor.
Yeah. That's Trevor Jones.
It says drama co-composed.
That's right, because Trevor Jones, he got that last minute. It was supposed to be an electronic score, and then it had to go orchestral last minute, and Trevor Jones did most of it, but he couldn't complete everything in time. So yeah, this was the guy that they got to come in to help finish it off.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
and
here we go.
Gettysburg, 1993. So yeah, he has big scores under his belt. Yeah.
Here we are. We're all lined up, and there's looks like a man, and it's peasants defending against the king's men here. Oh, the story. The story is by Patrick Reed Johnson. I think that's Reed. Where's it read?
That's one of the things I noticed about bloody AI. When you get AI reads, if you pardon the pun, reads things it can't actually.
It doesn't know whether it's present or past tense.
Yeah, it does know if it's read or read. Yeah, things like that.
I like that fence there. That's a shame to get it burned down because someone put a lot of time into that fence. All right, so yeah, this is the attack, and there's the king. This will be Einon's dad, and he's got like looks like a rather fine wastebasket on his head.
Yeah.
Now this would be entirely inaccurate for someone to come into battle with a helmet with a crown on it, right?
Something like that, yes. I mean, later on, you may well have had the kings. You see, they would have had just a sort of lower crown around the top of the helmet.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean that is, yeah. I mean, as I
And
said again, you've got to remember this is an indeterminate time setting anyway. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's
a
like a
lot
question
of
mark.
the stuff is a lot of a lot of the costume choices are not exactly 10th century.
Yeah.
And what
Um,
of the leather hood he's wearing underneath his helmet?
Well,
They, yeah. That would be. I mean, yeah, because you don't want metal next to your head, so you
right.
would wear a coif. Later
Mhm.
on, if when a helmet, you'd wear a coif. You would probably wear
Flav.
yeah, yeah. It's an upside down waste basket.
Yeah.
No, it's an upside down fruit basket. But yeah, I mean, you
From
would
like
because
the
you don't want metal against your head because it hurts. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
would wear. I mean,
leather
my
coif.
coif I've got is they can be anything. I mean, a coif is basically it's a if you're not familiar, a coif is basically it's sort of a hat that
Well,
that you can. It's a padded hat that you can tie under your neck. You don't listen, but it can be thin material, which is just or thicker material for padding. So yeah, that looks yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I don't know
Okay,
about leather, but
it's
yeah,
a maybe. It's a maybe.
it's a
yeah. I
maybe.
mean,
It's just the
yeah,
crown's a bit
you
much.
you would wear something. Yeah, yeah, because you don't have
Oh, we're still on it. There we go.
unless unless your helmet has got what they call a cradle spider web inside it, which
Yeah.
basically is straps that hold it in place, but so it's not in contact with your head.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a bit top
Alright.
heavy. I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
wear that. And his son is making fun of him. Hanging out there with Bowen. No, yeah, and we get some words here where he's like, I wish I was there, and he's like, no, you don't.
Well, the point we saw Bowen training him in the beginning, and dropping, dropping kind of morality on him, trying
Yep.
to teach him to be a good guy. And then guy from Back to the Future, McFly guy, comes in on horseback, and he's like, his father wants him to witness his glorious victory over the peasants who have sticks and stones, and yeah, it's going to be a great victory against a foe that's not worth calling a foe, basically.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
he's out there, Bowen takes him to see his father's butchery, and the son is actually quite amused by what his father's doing, but Bowen doesn't really notice. He
doesn't notice
he
this guy's
doesn't
already.
yeah, he doesn't notice that this guy is primed to be the next dictator.
Yeah.
He kind of sees what he wants to see and believes that the lessons that he's teaching him are getting through to him. And so yeah,
I like that bridge.
one peasant stew coming right Gavin unit.
He's derailing the stream again.
You're again, Gavin. What?
Wow.
Well, at least
And he has
it's
a
not Battle
tassel.
of
I didn't
Stirling
notice
Bridge
that.
when
He
there's
has a
no
little.
bridge.
He has a tassel on top, too.
Yeah.
And the king himself is the one that's going to burn down peasant houses.
Yeah.
Well, at least he's not having others do his dirty work for him. And then one of the peasants there is upset, and that's Kara's dad that we'll find out later. But I mean, look, that took time to build these houses.
Yeah.
And they're going to just burn them down. That's terrible. And he's like, oh no, he's trapped, because the peasants kind of like surprised him. Well, he's there by himself. I don't know where all his men are, but he's there
Yeah.
by himself. It got
Well,
surrounded
he
by
underestimated the peasants. The peasants found a way to corner him and defeat him. To put it lightly,
Mm.
Yeah, and they do that. They get him off his horse and beat him down there on the ground. And here's his son, who first thing he does is go for the crown. He's like, "Give me that eBay crown."
Yeah, he really wanted, and of course Bowen didn't witness him fighting with his almost dead father for the eBay crown, and sweeps in after something happens to Einon here.
Yeah. So Einon gets the crown, but he also, let's see here. This poor lady is trying to escape the second floor, and she basically falls into him, and he runs into wow. I don't know what that is, but a spike.
He runs into a
on
post with a spike sticking out of it, and he should have died, but then something happens.
Yeah, and that's what our story is about. So, yeah, he impales himself there, and she's like, "Oh, did I do that?"
Do you know what? Go back one.
Yep.
I missed that.
I genuinely think she's supposed to have put a cooking pot on her head. I genuinely think that's what that is, looking at it.
Cooking pot?
Yes.
Well, yeah, with the handle down there. Either that or she's a proto-Cyberman, one or the other. But
I go for proto-Cyberman, Colin. It's definitely that. Yeah.
But, I mean, it looks, but when I looked at it, once I saw the thing, I thought, that looks like she's somehow taken a deep cooking pot or something.
Yeah, a stock pot.
But what else? Why else has he got that hook down the bottom there? And he's somehow cut it up,
It's kind of cool, and then they just have this like looking at each other sort of thing, and then she takes it off like, I should have my helmet off.
Yeah.
And then they look back and forth, and if it wasn't for the fact that he just impaled himself, it might have been a moment. But anyway.
That's she's cool. Oh, I'm dying, but she's hot.
But there we go. So Bowen comes in to save the day. He grabs Master Nasty and puts him on a horse, and we see them ride off from her there. And for a moment, this looked like a weather map to me. But no, we are not looking at the Gulf of Mexico there. This is blood.
George just made a very good point there, actually.
Oh, yes?
Which could send me off on a tangent if I allow it to.
But, we could at least highlight that point.
It makes the peasants look as if they've improvised arms. Well, you actually look, certainly later in my period of the Middle Ages, you look at a lot of pole arms. A lot of them are basically farming implements that have been turned into weapons. Because you imagine, a long threshing hook or something, scythe or threshing hook or a hammer or an axe. Those get combined into war hammers, into halberds and the rest of it. So they have improvised arms, and they've turned farming implements, peasant implements into weapons. Which,
a lot of that happened in the East as well. For example, nunchucks were farming implements.
Yeah,
and it became an entirely different. It became a serious martial art.
Yeah.
Oh.
My father used to be very good at nunchucks. I tried. I never got past the rubber play or the foamy ones, the training ones, because I was
banging your elbow.
the head banging with the wood ones. But this man, I mean, I wish I would have had video when he was younger. I mean, hardcore nunchuck stuff and swinging against your body and
Yeah.
hitting you. He was tough, my friend.
I mean, you see,
Oh,
you see someone like Bruce Lee or someone doing it, and it's amazing what they can do with the practice.
yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
Well, that's a nice looking, I guess.
I think so, Flav. I think that's what they were for. Yeah.
Yeah.
What for?
For threshing like wheat or something like that,
Yeah.
or some.
Rice flails or something, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, anyway, he's dead. There's Mama. That's Einon's mother. King's, well, I guess she's the queen. And she's sporting the 80s do.
Yeah. From a 1996 movie.
Yeah, it's kind of like, what? Are you in the last Starfighter or something? Anyway.
Hey,
Screen
Stitch.
Iceland.
Hey, Stitch, how are you doing?
Hey, look at me, 6 months and still going strong as a member.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier you were one of the first ones, along with Flav and Scott Hovid. Scott Hovid requested this film tonight. I hope everything's all right with him. Here's Stitch. Don't mess with his trees. Okay.
It's an interesting point there, but I hadn't noticed. Julie Christie is one of those. Julie Christie has something in common with Joanna Lumley.
Hold on one
They
second.
were
I'm
both
trying to get my
born-
controls back so I can
Right.
go backwards. I
They were
thought it would
both
be nice.
right.
I thought it would be nice to put
Yeah.
her back up, but I can't get my controls back.
That's right.
But
They
go
were
ahead.
both
Yeah, I'm
born in
sorry. You were
India.
making a point.
Yeah, Julie Christie was born in India
Ah,
in 1940. Joanna Lumley was born in India. A lot of British actors from that period were born in India back when India was under British control. And then they all got kicked out in 48 when India got independence. But yeah, she's so by modern rules, by birth, she's technically speaking, she's Indian.
Wow.
But of course, she's not. She's English. But yeah. I mean, quite a few people. As I said, you've got a few people actually born in India.
well, thank you,
guys,
Stitch.
Stitch the Elder gifted 10 memberships. Wow, Stitch.
Thank you very much there,
Wow.
Stitch. It's one of our great supporters. It
And
really,
welcome to our new members. Yes.
every little bit helps, folks. I mean, it
I don't
keeps
think
us
I recognise
motivated,
these
but
names, of course.
you know, if you can't contribute, leaving a comment afterwards, that like button, all those things help. But thank you very much, Stitch. And
Yes.
yeah, I
Thank
didn't get
you,
my controls
Stitch.
back, but I can go
Yes.
forward. I just can't go backwards. I don't know why StreamYard sometimes removes.
Well, good. That's a good thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't go backwards. But sometimes Colin says, "Can we go back one?" And it's like, I can't anymore. Okay. Well, anyway, they're all concerned about Einon now because he's the heir, right? King's dead. He's the heir, and the heir
Well, he's
impaled
the king.
himself on a post spike.
And
Well,
he's not
yeah,
the
the
heir.
king. Yeah, I guess
Technically,
he's
king. Yeah.
well, not until the Archbishop of Canterbury has the ceremony. Just kidding. No, I guess you would know better than me how that works, but
Well, there's you're not entirely wrong with that, because there's a lot of things where the idea of immediate inheritance actually came in quite late. I mean, you knew who the king was going to be, but a lot of times you had potential claimants sort of thrown a sort of race to Canterbury or something like that. So I'm not sure at this period of time. I know later on you've got there's one of the Edwards, I think, was the first king who became king the instant his father died. Up until then, there was a degree you had to be crowned or approved if you're under the Anglo-Saxon systems. So totally right. I suppose maybe he wasn't technically king at that point.
Plus, you never know what rules they're playing by in a fantasy film.
No, exactly.
But I don't know. But I don't know if there's an archbishop. That we do have a monk. We do have a Brother Gilbert in this. So there is Christianity to some extent.
3 shall be the number, and the number shall be 3. Oh, sorry, wrong brother.
Well, here we have some reminders, some knickknacks, some tchotchkes, and it's a reminder of the dragons, and I guess a bygone era where the dragons and knights actually had. I think they kind of go for the fact that, or not the fact, but they go for the concept of them having a good relationship, there being a code, and so this reminds the queen.
He thinks the queen has a thing about dragons.
Yeah, he's like, what is this? And she knows something, and so the queen, gets an idea, and they're off to see the wizard. Now, there's some words down below. I included those because he does say some things, and just in case, Colin, I'm not saying you have to read them off, but if there's any of these things you want to point out, because some of these seem to be like code related.
Well, yeah, they are. I mean, it comes back later on. I mean, it comes back again later on when Bowen is reminded of who he is. But what he's doing, he's repeating the knight's code. The code is sworn to valor. His word is law. His word is honesty, etc. So that's what he's doing. He's repeating the the old code, if you like.
Yeah.
Is this old code? I'm sorry, Colin. Is this old code based on anything historical?
It's I mean, it's probably based on the sort of general ideas of chivalric codes, but they don't come in for. Isn't Queen native British as opposed to? It could be.
Colin's calculating there, folks.
Sorry, no, I'm just trying to work out. No, I got no. So George's. Yeah, I mean it's basically sort of a knight's ideal code, I suppose. I
think it was something that needed to kind of happen because at first knights were kind of like a bit thuggish, and then it was like there needed to be a code to say, hey, you know what, if this whole thing's going to work, where people have this kind of power, it's something that Bowen does say later. You need to live by a code. There needs to be a responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility, that sort of thing.
In history, who drafted the first of these codes? Do you know, Colin?
That's probably one of the things lost. I mean, not only have you got. I mean, the code of chivalry is like a lot of things that have been heavily romanticized by the Victorians.
Agreed. That's totally true. Yeah.
Chivalry was, for example, between knights. It didn't apply to peasant, the lower classes. There's an example. Another one is it has its downsides as well. One example given, as I recall, is that, for example, if a knight comes across a lady walking in the wood on her own, she's as safe as houses. If a knight comes across a lady walking with her protector and he defeats the protector in battle, that's another story. She isn't necessarily as protected as she would have been if she was on her own, But
oh my God.
But the thing is, as with anything else, it's complicated. It changes as well. Yeah, exactly, Flav. Most of the chivalry. The whole point of it is all French, not
Yep.
chivalry from chevalier horse. Is French. A, a lot of it is French in origin. Partly, of course, because it comes down to the Normans about 70 years after this is set. 70 to 90 years after this is set. So these should all be Anglo-Saxons for starters. But yeah, then not only if you've got codes, you've got sort of general code of chivalry, but you've also got things like codes of knightly orders. Like for example, my school, my secondary school, was linked. It was not a posh school; it was a grammar school, but it was actually linked to our uniforms. For example, came from the same place that made the uniforms for a little school called Eton.
Oh, I've heard of Eton. Rather.
Yeah, exactly. My school blazers, my school's motto. My school had a motto. My school's motto was "Honi soit qui mal y pense."
Oh, that's Latin, I believe.
It's Latin for evil unto he who evil thinks. Now, the reason for that motto came about is that motto is the motto of a little thing called the Order of the Garter, which is an extremely high, extremely elite order of chivalry. It supposedly comes from Edward III is having a dance and a lady loses a garter at a dance. He picks the garter up and people start looking, where did he get that from? And his answer is basically, "Honi soit qui mal y pense." Don't think dirty. But basically, you know, the only evil thing about me handing this lady her hot garter is what you think is evil. But yes, and so the Order of the Garter has its own rules. You know, a lot of knightly orders that would have their own rules.
Right.
So, but yeah.
Well, the Catholic Church did some things in the 11th to 12th century to try and clean up some things with the knights and all that.
Oh yeah,
but the knights originally could be downright brutal and everything, so it's something that had to be kind of like put into order, you know. Yeah, well, over time.
When most people these days, it's quite understandable. When you say the word Knight or knight to most people these days who aren't history nerds, they think of, well, they basically think of Excalibur. They think of shinies, which is fine because and chivalry. But as you say, the knights started off, it was just a bit of thug, and they gradually coalesced. The knight was the one who could afford a horse, which is why it didn't mean that you were rich. No, I'm trying to remember. But basically, in order to be a knight, you had to be able to afford your armor and your horse.
Right.
Which is why knights coalesced into a level of nobility before you had massive.
Well.
Oh wow, interesting, Flav. That is really interesting. My family motto is "Virescrit vulnere virtus," a virtue flourishes from her wound, relating to the medieval belief that virtue flowed from the wounds of Christ. Wow. Interesting. And now we know that Flav's got a family motto. Flav posh.
Well, that's the thing. You come from a part of the world where there is some serious history. Here, the family motto is, you're going to put your eye out with that.
Yeah, Stitch only so. Oh, don't get me started on the bio tapestry. Stitch, but only if the Knights of the Round Table. Although, actually, okay, quickly. Having said that, we quite often say in our reenactments that dancing is actually an important part of being a knight, because A, dancing teaches you footwork, which you need for fighting, and B, it enables you to show off your skills. So actually, the knight's dancing, dancing would have been part of a knight's training.
Wow.
For
Okay.
for a variety of reasons, because in their class, but we don't necessarily. But
I'm
we don't
looking
want me
for.
to go off on a 3 hour
Yeah, a
comedy.
3-hour tour.
Yeah. Not on these situations. Another situation, quite happy to. But
No. Go ahead. Go ahead when it's you got the chat going there. They're the people we're here for. But yeah, so basically in this, it's kind of like a little bit of the opposite. This is the old code they want to get back to, and kind of like in real history, it's more like a code of honor and chivalry came over time. So things actually improved over time, as opposed to here where things kind of went backwards. And this is kind of inverse from King Arthur, too, because like in Merlin, at least, the idea was the old ways were pre-Christianity, and we're just, the deities and the beings, the spirit world was just kind of mischievous and also kind of cruel. And that changed with Christianity.
I mean, if you're going to, as they do in here, if you're going to have an Arthurian type setting, if you're in a post-Arthurian period, which we obviously are here, then of course after Camelot, it goes to hell again. Basically, after the fall of Camelot is the golden age. Why is it golden age? Because after Camelot falls, well, Britain ain't safe anymore. The land isn't safe, etc. So you fall down into the darkish ages, which then eventually, as you say, you then progress back up the hill. You come up for crop. You come up to another peak.
Yeah, in this they do, like this Gilbert that comes in, Brother Gilbert later mentions King Arthur, mentions Avalon, mentions all these things like from the old days, from the old code, like that Arthur basically was bringing about a new order that was more moral, and then they had gotten away from that in the meantime. And so that's what our setting is here.
Yeah.
And let's see here. So, he's basically trying to drill some sort of morality into kid. Probably a good time when someone's afraid for their life.
Well, I mean, he's also, I think, have you noticed I think his motto was, stay awake. They're trying to keep him awake. As well, they're trying to keep his brain going. Yes, they are, as you said, they're repeating it, but at the same time, it's like these days, stay with me, don't go, stay with me, stay. As long as you're awake, we've got a chance of bringing you back,
Right.
To lose consciousness, you might just sort of not come back from it.
And then we enter the land of 90s effects.
Yeah.
They are cool. I mean, they are cool, and especially this cave they enter. Yeah, that's good old Dungeons and Dragons stuff there. Yeah. But anyway, she knows what she's doing. The queen's like telling people, you go over there, Bowen, you stay with me. You guys, guard the entrance, whatever. She doesn't want too many people going into the inner sanctum, where we'll find out that's where the dragon is. And then
she doesn't want, as what Colin says, she doesn't want the king's thugs to meet the dragon, because she wants to convince the dragon that the son is not like his father. And if there are more of his thugs around, it's like, well, look who you're surrounding your son with. This guy, this kid doesn't have a chance. So
well,
yeah.
That's true. Bowen's the only one that could probably show the dragon, that at least there's a good role model there.
Yeah. I mean, I think the queen. My reading is the queen actually hopes that her son will be a good king. I think she's maybe doesn't
She
necessarily work.
still has hope. Yep.
Yeah, but then she's a mother.
Mhm.
Obviously, she's a mother, and a mother doesn't want to
Right.
think. Is perhaps partially blind when it comes to her children, and she wants them to go, which is fine. So yeah, exactly. She says, you guys, you guys stay back here.
Oh, you can continue with the Monty Python stuff, Stitch.
What?
Please do.
No one had any problem with that. Gavin's
Not
the one
at
that
all.
derails us. Stitch doesn't.
Yeah, it's Gavin that derails us, not you, Stitch. Remember, AI blamed Gavin, not you.
Yeah, Gavin derails us, not me going off on tangents about history. Honestly,
Not at all.
Yes, get over that!
that's not a derailment. That's a siding.
Oh, my controls came back from me playing Tim. Tim brought them back.
Oh, Tim was the secret. Well, he is a wizard,
Enchanter. I am an enchanter. So
that
what do we-
Some
reminds
call me
yeah. It
Tim.
reminds me of the not the remake, but the Merlin sequel
Oh,
that
don't.
he stopped. That reminds me of that because he stopped calling himself a wizard in the sequel. He calls himself an enchantor instead. And so, Tim, you brought back bad memories, Tim.
I don't think
How
I've
dare
ever
you.
seen. I'm not sure I've seen this. The
You don't want to. I think
Merlin
it's on
sequel, but
YouTube and it's
yeah.
free, but you don't want to. It's like
You don't want to.
it doesn't
Don't
seem
do
like
it,
the same
guys.
people. I mean, they got some of the same actors, like Sam Neill to start off the first part.
And then they brought back the lady who played
Yeah,
Queen Mad and the
Yeah,
Lady of the
Miranda
Lake, but they
Richardson, but it was like it was bait and switch
Yeah.
because they came in to kind of
Yeah.
start it, and then it went to
No, it
Crapsville
has
pretty quickly.
nothing to do with Merlin 1998. Zero. You're like, wait, how can this happen if this happened in the series? They totally retcon it.
And what was
entirely-
wrong with
it's
the
another
land was
story.
that Camelot was polluting the Lady of the Lake's lake.
Yeah, and then the Lady of the Lake becomes the bad guy.
Mhm.
And don't watch it. Just don't. You will throw something at the television. It is bad. I can't believe that Sam Neill would agree to do it. No. Well, sometimes you need work. I get that.
Yeah, and once you start doing it, you're kind of roped in. It's not like, oh,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
It's horrible. I'm sure he was relieved that very few people saw it. Yeah.
Well,
'cause I
anyway.
didn't know about it.
Yeah, as George has said earlier on, you notice they said he refers to her as Aislinn of the Celts, as George said. The
Mhm.
Queen
Yes.
is native British, which is old Celt British, as
Right.
opposed to the Anglo-Saxon. So yes, you're right. Yes, George. They do indeed refer to that as a Celt rather
Yeah.
than Britain. So
And she was probably
Wow.
married to that tyrant for, I guess, political alliances, or
Yeah,
so there
well,
will be
she's-
peace against.
yeah, she hints at something of that later on to Carl, doesn't
Yes.
she?
She does, yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, basically, right now they're trying to convince the dragon that this is going to be a good guy. He's not going to be like his father. And his wound is deep. Oh, yeah, by the way, we do have voices at this point. We don't see the dragon, but we hear the dragon. They want to save that for later.
Yeah.
And wow you with a dragon later. But, yeah, the wound is deep. I don't know. I don't know that there's anything really to analyze here. I just included the lyrics, so to speak, in case we wanted to point something out. But yeah, Bowen says that he'll be teaching the kid, and he's been teaching him the old ways, or the old code, and he'll basically make sure he
Deep
lives
magic.
by it. And so, yeah, then the dragon, I guess, decides, okay, I'll help him out. They at first think he just died, but nope. There was some dragon magic there, and people start lighting up, and there's glowing. Oh no, that's where what's his name, Bowen, is kind of upset, and he gets out his sword, and
Yeah,
no,
from
hang
what
on.
appeared to have been stuck in a stone again. I mean,
Yeah,
is it actually supposed to be stuck in? Did the dragon stuck it in stone there?
I don't know, because it was hard for me to see
Mm,
what it was.
Yeah,
Is
I'm
that
not
like
sure.
the dragon's nails? I don't know.
yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be.
But in any case, yep. He says, hold on. Here's the magic. And then there we go. We get people glowing and everything. And he
We
comes,
get a half heart transplant.
yeah, back to life. So that's where he becomes, I guess, Dragonheart.
And he suddenly turns into Richard Chamberlain.
Oh,
Come back one.
okay, sure.
Do you not think that looks like Richard Chamberlain?
Kinda.
You know, I just in in Shogun.
Oh, yeah.
But I just there's something about that. I just looks like it looks. I don't comment on, but
He's got that look. And then there's sparks.
And the martini, right, Baron?
The martini.
The martini. Although I mean, James Bond would work better with a margarita. What do you think? Maybe not. I don't know. Margarita.
Yeah. Well,
Or a smoked whiskey.
as part of
Why not?
Her Majesty's Secret Service, he probably had to go to Cuba now and then. But margarita, isn't that
No,
Mexican?
margaritas are not. They're not from Cuba. They're Mexican.
Yeah. Although the island
in Cuba would be
margarita is off
mojito.
the coast of
that's margarita,
Venezuela.
not me.
Mojitos.
Mojitos. Those are our thing, mojitos.
Okay, well, you heard it first on Earworms. So anyway, they're done. The ceremony's over, and then on his way out, the dragon reminds him, just make sure he learns the code. And he's like, all right.
He's not the king. He's a very naughty boy.
He's a very naughty boy. Yes, Stitch. Exactly.
And it's some nice scenery here, man. Kind of dark. And then the first thing he's thinking about afterwards is rebuilding and making it better.
Yeah.
Not talking about making, life better, or, the kingdom better, like in a, in I guess a more meaningful way. It's like, no, we're gonna rebuild the castle and town and make it better. Well, the town is important, but I think he was more focused on the castle.
Look at him lying there makes you wonder. I wonder if it was. I'm just trying to think. It definitely was a spike in the pole that he got stabbed on, wasn't it? Because looking at that, it could easily have been the crown. Would have been ironic if it had been the crown that he got stabbed on.
Oh, having it in his hands.
Yeah,
and
because he had in his hand when he picked it up from his dad.
Yeah, because you don't really put random spikes on poles, do you?
Yeah, but I think it was because I was watching it on today. But I think it is. But
well, we showed the slide earlier, and you could see like a dark spike.
Yeah,
it looked like a dark spike.
Yeah, it did. But I was thinking it would have been perhaps if it the sheer hubris of it, doesn't it? He's the king, he's practically king, and then he gets back and he gets knocked forward because she's holding up the crown of what stabbed him. I don't think it was, but looking at that, it could make a nasty weapon.
Yeah. Gotta be careful what you buy on eBay.
Yeah.
But anyway, and now we're getting into the rebuilding. Well, I mean, they're not going to be able to work with that stuff on.
Now, I've not seen them used like that before. I've just clocked what they've done there. Because normally you would have the priest would have one hand to each hole, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what they've done there, they've got them playing caterpillar.
Yeah.
If you look, I hadn't noticed that before. Yeah. No, we won't use that one. I hadn't clogged that one before.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's almost like you're working on this build, so we need to give you at least one hand to do it. But
no, what they are, that's because they've been brought in as prisoners, aren't they? They're the ones that killed the older king.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. They've been brought in as prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're working on that at the moment.
Oh, I don't know, because this is the construction area.
Yeah, but the guy in the middle's got no free hands.
Oh.
Let's see. The guy in the middle's got one hand in his collar, one hand in the spare one, and the guy on the left. And the guy on the right has got one hand in his collar, one hand on the guy in the middle. So the only guy that's got a free hand is the guy in the front.
Yeah.
So so they can't actually be working like that.
Yeah, I don't know what the situation is here.
Yeah, but I think they just brought into the chain of prisoners. Yeah.
Well, in any case, they're in trouble still, even after all this time. Well, who knows? This is probably it didn't put up the message yet 12 years later. So is this this is still
because that's still
soon after. Yeah. This is still soon after. So so they've been brought out, and the king's like messing with them, and it's like, death should be a release, not a punishment. So he keeps his guy from killing them, but I'm going to be the last person you see. And then it's like, all right, take out his eyes. And so you get the idea that, and especially with facial expressions like that, you get the idea, oh, I guess the code isn't working.
Yeah, this guy's a psychopath.
Yeah.
He's not a sociopath, he's a psychopath.
He definitely is a psychopath, yeah.
Yeah.
And look at the tree lady. But that's her father.
It's interesting how when you get medieval movies, you either get the idealized version of knights and kings, and then you get more like the Robin Hood version. Where a bunch of mercenaries and brutes are basically dominating over people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
thanks for stopping by, Alex.
Oh, is Alex leaving? I'm sorry, Alex. Have a good night.
While it's still night.
Well, at least in this story, we got a power that was greater than Hearn to help the people out here, because
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Herman
I just want to warn you folks. Liza has a little bit of a problem with Hearn. She thinks Hearn should have been doing a little bit more of the lifting.
Well, I mean, they present him as an all-powerful forest god who protects the people, and somehow he doesn't seem to do that. He doesn't seem to do anything for the people except show up as an apparition and not tell them anything. And then, plots revolve around, other powers trying to defeat Hearn, when Hearn really leaves everyone the hell alone, except for, except for appearing as an apparition, he
Well,
doesn't do anything.
That's going back to just about like even ancient Greece. It's like all these deities, basically, they're there to kind of get human beings to do things. It's almost like they're just kind of like observing, advising, and saying what to do, but we got to actually do it. And I think it comes from our own legends and myths, because technically speaking, we're the ones here. Hearn, technically speaking, I don't think is. And so people kind of like envision this influence from beyond rather than someone that gets involved.
Well, the thing is, if you look at it, most ancient deities, until you get the Jews, the Hebrews, come up with the concept of one God. Most, especially especially the Romans and the Greek version, most deities are basically ultra powerful humans. They're basically literally human beings with human motivations. Look at Zeus, king of the Randy, basically, convention. But where so when you get the monotheistic religion, that I think is where deities tend to become less human, if you like. They're not made in our image, which most ancient deities are, I think.
Yeah,
that's a good point. But the thing is, there are plot points in Robin of Sherwood where, like for example, in the I think it was a 2-part episode where an evil wizard, he does things to try to lure Hearn into a certain place so he could kill him because he's so afraid of Hearn. And I'm like, why is he afraid of Hearn? Hearn doesn't do anything for anybody ever. And he allows his first son to just be replaced by another son.
Yeah. Yes, Rob. That was because of what's his name, Praed.
Michael Praed.
Yeah,
I know why they
They didn't bring in like a redhead telepath, at least, But anyway, we will be doing Robin of Sherwood after this.
Yeah.
Well, that will be coming up in a few weeks after this.
It had so much potential, though, and that's why I'm so angry, because it could have been really, really good, especially with the new plot points.
No, sorry, I agree with Jeannie, isn't it?
We're talking Robin of Sherwood and Dragonheart, but it's like
no. So you've been bewitched. Sorry, for some reason I just started doing the I do Genie theme tune.
I totally appropriate, Colin. I was bewitched by Anyway, you guys will see what I'm talking about when we talk Robin of Sherwood. But anyways, why were we talking about Robin of Sherwood? Oh, okay, because the magical beings in this story actually do something for the people. Yeah. They're not just like, I'm Hearn and I will help you, and just hide, and not just hide into the forest when they really
he's
need
more
help,
like Hearn is more like someone else we know.
Never ask that question.
He would just hang around and say cryptic things.
Yes.
Well,
yes, I guess so.
Well, we know he was murdered, so maybe he was Hearn.
Ah, okay. Yeah, he was both Hearn and Merlin. So yeah, he was playing double duty. He was busy. That's why he couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
That's a year ago. No moral ambiguity. No hopeless battle against ancient and overwhelming forces. They were the bad guys, as you say. We were the good guys, and they made a very satisfying thump when they hit the floor.
Sorry, I had to play that one, even though it's not related to what we were saying.
It totally is. What do you mean? It's Arthurian. Of course it's related. Yes, Merle Hearn. That was Kosh's original name. His ancient alien name.
Merle.
Kosh warned you. Yeah, he did. Gavin derailing again. Gavin.
Well, Bowen derailed Einon's plans, and he like, I'm gonna give you a noogie. Tackles him, and it's like, you are not above the code. That's what Einon says. I'm above the code. So you're not above the code. No one is, especially the king.
Oh, Scott Hovitt is here.
Hey, Scott.
Obviously, we're doing your Dragonheart right now. Yes. Yes.
Oh, what good old Scott. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, hee-haw.
Was catching fish earlier today. So anyway.
Go back one again.
Yep.
Sorry, hold on. Does anybody else getting Mila Jovovich vibe from that image there from not 12 Monkeys? What is it that she was in?
Millie?
Sci-fi movie she's in when she's the
I have some
12 Monkeys. What was it she was in? Or was it 12 Monkeys?
Fifth Element, another
Fifth Element, yeah.
Scott Hovitt classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I in fact,
I mean, it's just there's something just about that particular look and the hair and the rest of it. I don't know that. And the flat chest.
Bada big boom.
Yeah.
Well, she's more attractive than this guy. I would say.
He's probably got bigger boobs, but.
Oh, jeez. Oh well. Well, especially as he got older.
I was going to say, but then he didn't end up married to the director, so.
Well, we're at the end of our first set. We have our second set coming up. But I got this where, basically Bowen's had it. He's out of here.
Yeah. So that, in fact, I think that just about takes us up to the bit where the 12-year jump, doesn't it? Right.
No, I do have our second set of slides that I just needed to announce that was the end of the first set. And so now we have a second book here, and this is where he rides off. He's pissed off, and he comes and yells at the dragon.
Yes,
Dragon might be there, might not be there. I don't know. Doesn't really respond. He's just yelling at him. So basically, it's telling the audience that he blames the dragon for this. It's the Dragonheart that must be responsible. Well, no, he was a bad kid all along, pretty much. But Bowen didn't see it. And I guess when you take on a responsibility like that, where you're saying, okay, I'm going to make this a moral kid and stuff, where he's kind of like his good uncle in a way, you don't tend to see the reality, probably. Because so far in the movie, it's been showing us, pretty much all along, the kid didn't really subscribe to the old code. But 12 years later, in this field, and there's Brother Gilbert. He's coming along the road, and I don't know if there's any of this poetry that anybody wants to share, but I included it just in case. But this is where he's talking about King Arthur, right? And
he's trying to find his way to heaven. Yeah,
I guess this is a guy. He's kind of like not only a monk, but because the monks were literate, they also were the ones that would write down things, and not only copying Bibles, but they were the ones that would also write down history, like the Venerable Saint Bede.
Yep.
And so I guess that's what he's kind of like representing here. And this is where we see the connection with the Arthurian legend, like the model of the good king. And in fact, in Excalibur, that's what Arthur said to Guinevere when when he was explaining why he made the decisions he made in not defending her, but sitting in judgment, is like his responsibility as king was above that, and his responsibility is to the future more than anything else, to look back at these times, I guess, as precedent for what a good king would be. And so this story draws upon that too. Now, he is a little bit clumsy because the character is a bit of a comic relief too.
Mm.
What is he riding, a donkey?
Yeah, I think so.
That might be your problem right there. I guess donkeys probably are less expensive than horses. But anyway, here we go. Riding and archery sometimes don't mix. But
this is a bit I'm thinking, bloody hell, Dennis Quaid must have learned to ride. If that's him doing that, he must have learned to ride.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he must have learned. I mean, yeah, a lot of actors learn to ride before, but he must have learned to. Whoever's doing this, he's a damn good rider.
Yeah, it's like Mongolian.
And wouldn't the bow that he's using be?
No.
It would be something shorter than a longbow,
Nope.
right?
I have seen people in my original reenactment group did that. You can use a longbow from horseback, as he's proven.
Wow. Wow, I didn't think you could. Wow.
Well, here he is taking shots at a dragon, basically.
Mm.
And so I guess you
That's
need a longbow
that's what's
for
I mean,
the distance.
yeah. I mean, I noticed that suddenly he's there. He's holding the horse. So what's he holding his bow? What's he holding his bow with? But yeah, and I'm saying you see when you see him, which is why I wonder how much of that is Dennis Quaid and how much I don't know. When maybe Dennis Quaid did learn to be those,
or maybe they found or made up someone to be like a lookalike.
Yeah, I mean, I say, it could be a skilled stunt rider from behind me. You said on it, but yeah, whoever it was, they are clearly. I mean, you see, going to question is clearly a very good rider.
Yeah.
Well, and the reason why, I mean, these were pretty fast moving and, they were flashes and stuff. That's why we got a bit of blur too going on here. But yeah, basically, he's riding after the dragon. And this is where we finally start seeing the dragon. Now, he runs into Gilbert here, Brother Gilbert. And him are talking, and Gilbert's like, impressed with him. And I guess, what do we have here?
Comment. No, not Flav's comment. Yeah, Gav's comment next comment. Yeah, Flav's correct again. Yeah, maybe they cut off.
You can highlight
it onto a good horse rider. Yeah, from Flav's absolutely right that as you said, monasteries were the heir and the spare. Then second one often went into church. Third ones as well.
Gavin, maybe he was a trained writer. I mean, we don't know what the hobbies of these actors are.
No, as I said, I mean, when you said it, I think that's him coming across. I did wonder if I did wonder if perhaps that bow was a specifically designed prop that was all one piece. So basically, so the arrow's not loose on the string, so that it wouldn't go off accidentally if you get a bump or something. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it certainly seems to be Dennis Quaid coming towards the camera. So yeah, it may well be that I said that he was a rider and a sufficiently good stunt in the professional meaning of the word, rather than the Mickey take, but a stunt rider who can do that.
I'm going to look up to see if he did his own writing.
All right.
This movie. Let me see.
That'd be good. Well, basically, yeah, that would have been probably the second to last dragon. in existence that he just took down.
Mm.
And here we have some people working the fields, and yeah, it looks like not everybody respects a dragon hunter. They do when they need it, but this guy does. Brother Gilbert does.
Oh,
But
crap, Colin. Okay, I got an answer.
All right, here we go.
It says, Dennis Quaid did his own horseback riding in the 1996 fantasy film Dragonheart. Known as a highly capable and fearless rider, he completes most of the riding sequences himself alongside the stunt doubles used for the more dangerous high-action combat maneuvers. For context, Quaid trained extensively for the role of Sir Bowen, blending his natural affinity for horses with medieval equestrian choreography.
Wow.
Yeah.
Respect, man.
Yeah, much respect. Yes.
That's maybe why he got the part over Brian Thompson.
Okay, no, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Yeah. Yeah.
But let's see. Oh, who do we have here? Just some guy.
It's Lucius Malfoy. I mean...
Yeah, this
guy here.
Yeah, this guy here, he likes playing bad guys.
Oh, yes, that was Lucius Malfoy. Yeah, he always plays bad guys, doesn't he? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I guess the argument here is like, you should be like this. I don't know. I guess he's upset because Bowen is no longer under the employ of the king.
No, he just scammed him out of a paycheck, that's all.
Oh, okay.
It was assumed that when he hired this guy to kill a dragon, that he would get paid. And he goes, no, you are a servant of the king. You're just doing your duty. Why should I have to pay you? And he's like, wait a second.
Yeah, he needs,
so,
that doesn't feed me, and it doesn't shoe my horse, and all that stuff.
Well, he admitted at this point that he is not under the employ of the king, that he is a free agent, and upon learning that the Malfoy guy says, well, be off with you. We don't want you here, you freelancer. Go away before I do something you'll regret, kind of thing.
It's going to go all Sheriff of Nottingham at him.
Yeah.
And then, look at this, all these people in the fields cutting down their wheat and barley. But, yeah.
Do you mean Doctor Who Master, Gavin?
Yeah, I think I was trying to type in, yes, you're right, Gavin, he would have done. He's certainly got that look, hasn't he? Certainly, Nick, he's certainly got that look.
Oh, a Doctor Who Master.
If that's what you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he definitely has a more menacing presence than the one they picked for New Who.
Well,
what you mean the David Tennant era?
The biggest. I think within 10 minutes, I had the second biggest high and the biggest drop in New Who. We went from being, oh my freaking god, Derek bloody Jacobi is the master, to Derek Jacobi regenerating. Well, don't go. No, there's a reason the War Master on Big Finish is so popular. Derek bloody Jacobi is the master. And you got rid of him for the guy from bloody Life on Mars.
Who was very hungry.
Yeah. Dragonheart and early demo Skyrim.
And now he's got a crown from eBay too. What? No, that's not a crown. That's kind of.
He wears some really weird. The costumers really had fun with him. I tell you that look, that whole look there, that looks very much. I mean, it's very. If you think about it, what he's doing there, he's very much acting in some of these things like, and he looks like the sort of the evil vizier from a Disney or a Arabian Nights movie or something, doesn't he? He's got the look, the hat and that. I think in the midst, he's got the look to be that.
Well, they were going for that. They definitely were going for that.
And and again, he's got that's the role he's playing in this part, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I be even nastier than the king?
Yeah.
But well, the king's got some other plans going on here, right? He's like, let me go out and see if I could be nasty to more people. Now, this, I'm just wondering, did they actually build this for this film?
I would imagine so, because it certainly looks.
But I've seen structures like this in other films too, so I don't know if they just keep them around.
Oh, I see what you said. Yeah. I mean, maybe they had it.
It's like we need the medieval scaffolding.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that? What was that one movie that had? It was like one of the Zorro movies, Liza. We saw it a few years ago. It's from the 90s, but we only saw it like a few years ago. It had Anthony Hopkins, Sir Anthony Hopkins.
And the Mask of Zorro.
Catherine Jones ones. The Catherine Zeta-Jones one.
Yeah.
Yes, with
Antonio
Banderas. Yeah.
Yeah, and they had scaffolding like this and that there too. It's like, man, if you got to build it each time for a film, that's serious. That's commitment. But anyway, and then I got this.
Gavin, that's not nice. That's not nice to loot.
What's he derailing us with now?
Oh, was that a derailment? I don't know what Luton is, so.
Oh, it's a place in Blighty.
Gavin, all I will say is, since I think you're probably old enough to understand that, specifically Luton Airport. And that's something that only older Brits will get. It was an advert for, I can't remember what, but it was basically it was an actress with very long dark hair, quite well known at the time, and it's a sort of slow. I think it was for purpose. It was a sort of slow motion, you know, bit of flowing hair, breeze, and all the rest of it. And this guy goes, well, you wafted here from paradise. And she turns around and goes, nah, mate, Luton Airport. It's a.
Yeah, I don't understand, I guess.
No, I love to, but it's, as I say, it's Luton Airport. It's a very, people who are in the 70s and the 80s that may actually remember it. Hey, you're the one that makes Luton, Gavin, not me.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, now we get to see Dina Meyer. She's all grown up.
Yeah.
And I think they've uncovered a Stargate, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, gosh. Yeah, the scene does look like that part of Stargate, doesn't it? Yeah.
Well, that would have made it confusing. Well, I guess they did blind the guy somehow because it didn't look like he could see here. But his eyes also don't look like they were exactly gouged.
Campari, thank you for that. Campari, thanks for that.
Isn't that a drink?
Yes, it is. So it's all that, but
mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Well, she's seeing her father and bringing him water and everything, and he's doing hard labor. I guess that's the rest of his life, which isn't going to last much longer, because then the king comes over. He's like, okay, I'm going to be cruel to more people. And then he rides with a bow too.
Yeah.
Look at this. And she's bold. She walks up to him and approaches him, even though he's got a bow and he's using it. And as she approaches him, she's telling him how, my father can't harm you anymore. He's prayed for what he's done. Can you just leave him alone? And he's like, nah, I'll just shoot him. So right past her head and right into the chest of her father, and the bullies go away. So, man. Now, I'm just thinking, now, at least they didn't put obvious makeup on her. I guess she is made up for the role, but they didn't put obvious makeup on her, but she's looking good for medieval. Then what do we have here? All right. Well, Bowen's riding along in the woods.
Liza.
Did we? Yeah, I don't see her down below the stage here.
Liza.
I could always just check real quick here. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. You okay? Yeah, I didn't hear you at all for a while. All right, yeah, she's trying to come back. Well, we are toward the end of our selection for the evening, but we do have this one next sequence to do. I don't do the whole thing. We stop at a really nice ending point for tonight. So anyway, Bowen is just riding in the woods, and then we see to the side. What is that supposed to be? Are those just big old limestone rocks or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Well, yeah, although there's a little bit at this point, if not here later on, there's a little bit of again a little bit similar to the Merlin 98. If you look, second rock to the right of Bowen there.
Second rock to the right. Oh, you mean the
second rock,
the face?
Yeah, the chimp's face. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Because at one point, that actually turns out to be. I think this one that actually turns out to be the dragon, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Yeah. Now I see it. Now that now that you've reminded me, now I see it, and yeah, they outlined it very good. So, yeah, the dragon showed to be it's something like a chameleon type thing.
Yeah, I thought he was hiding in the waterfall.
No, he goes into the waterfall later while Bowen is arguing with the priest.
Well, that's what happens here. The priest basically says, "Oh, this is a nice rock to sit on."
If you look at the rock now, you could see the dragon.
Yeah.
Well, they don't.
They don't.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, and then we have, he basically gets tossed into the water, right? And it's a cool scene because, I mean, you just hear the voice. And so far in this film, even with the other dragon, you haven't actually seen them clearly. you know.
No. Yeah.
And oh yeah, the dragon throws out previous victims. Ooh, that actually looks like common people.
Oh God. Poor common people.
Oh man.
I wasn't sure about this one, whose voices were, because it sounded a bit like it was Sean Connery, but he does actually kill this dragon, doesn't he? We find out later he's been going around killing dragons.
Well, no, the dragon that he killed in the previous scene, I guess, gets referred to here as the scarred one or whatever. But this one, he doesn't succeed in killing yet. But
Okay.
that's what Bowen was doing. He was going around killing dragons because he's pissed off because these dragons messed up his boy, he thinks. But he doesn't know that he's going to run into the one that actually...
That is common people, you guys. I must apologize to the doctor in the chat. I already hear the countdown in my head, my friend. Run.
The count. Oh, the countdown.
Yes, I looked into the eyes of an angel, and I'm done. I'm done for.
Oh,
He
that's
can't
a nice way to
remember
birth your
the
husband.
episode. Oh my gosh!
Well, that line I mean, I'm trying to remember the episode.
The
one they came
episode
back to.
where, yes, it was in the. Oh gosh, in the Matt Smith episode.
Who is this?
Wait, is
I have a
Londo
cat
in there?
in this room.
You can't have a cat in that room.
I
Wait.
do have a cat.
Oh, it's Joser. It's Joser. It's not Londo.
Hi, Jojo. What's up? Joser. Yeah, Joser doesn't. He lets you pick him up.
There you go. Flav knows all.
Yeah, Flav knows all. It was Amy
Amy
Pond
Pond.
and in Time of the Angels.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I was just thinking Master, and so I was thinking those episodes. And I'm like, countdown. You mean the knocking?
No, the countdown in her head.
Yeah.
And
5, 3, sir.
yes, and it's like, why are you telling me how long we have to live, or she has to live? Oh, just for the fun of it, sir.
Yeah.
It's like, you nasty piece of work, you.
We don't need comfy chairs.
Those were, I mean.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
No, and no one expects for cemetery angels to be the scariest villains on TV, but there you have it, you know.
No, yeah. No, I just didn't know you went to the Angels episode. I was still thinking the Master. So that's what threw me off.
I fast forwarded in time. Well, remember, the time to Doctor Who is
relative.
Timey-wimey, flexible thing. It's relative.
It's relative dimension in space.
Yeah. There's a difference between relative dimensions in space and timey-wimey. Now here, this is Pete. Yep. Here, Pete was looking a little bit like Kevin Costner, but never mind.
In Waterworld, yeah.
But yeah, they're getting wet, and then there's also fire. So at least they're in the water. That might help a little bit. Although you could get boiled. But so basically what we have here is like a showdown between Bowen and the dragon, who later becomes known as Draco. And but they just basically, joust with words back and forth as they try to kill each other. And this is where I was like, man, is that what they wanted? I wonder. And one of the things they wanted with Quaid was just like, no, we just want you to not really sound like a knight or any of that stuff. We want you to sound like just I don't know, like a cowboy or something. But anyway, anybody want to share something? Because they have yet to do the big dragon reveal.
Yeah.
And then they do it. Boom.
Yeah, that was amazing effect for the time.
Yeah, definitely better than the Merlin dragon. Although the Merlin dragon wasn't bad, but I remember previously we had the under the belly of a horse shot, and then here it's under the belly of the dragon shot. It looks good in motion, folks. Just doing the screen grabs as best as I can.
Yeah, I like that. I was of course, but okay, so he's got the bonus prepared. Yeah, this was a.
Yeah, he catches the arrow, right? Or is that a spear? I guess a spear.
It's a bonus. It's a bonus.
A bonus.
Yeah, if you look to the just in front of the legs, there's balls. So it's a long rope with balls on it to carry the weight. So
I see. Yeah,
he's trying it, and it's caught around the leg. But rather than being a freestanding bonus, which just strips it up, it's actually one end of a long rope which he ties to his saddle.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and the thing is, it does look, definitely for the time, looked pretty realistic. Like the live action and the CGI melded.
And he's just invented windsurfing or dragon surfing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when CGI really shines, when you put it together with practical effects.
Yeah.
And I do believe this was a Slovakian forest.
Probably.
I walked through a forest with my mom, actually quite accidentally, when I visited Prague. We got lost on the hill where I think where Prague Castle is, and we went beyond a fence. And we got lost in a forest there, and it looked like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it wasn't very scary. The only reason it was kind of scary because it was drizzling and the sun was going down. It was nearing sunset. But had it been a southern forest that we got, I mean, our forests are scary. Our forests are dense and scary up here in North Florida, my friends. But those forests are quite pleasant. I mean, we didn't know that there were wolves and bears in there, but they're quite pleasant.
But here we have Brother Gilbert, who's trying to record this whole thing as a story or a song. I don't know. I guess he's part priest, part bard. And then more dragon fighting scenes, and the dragon's dragging him through the forest on his rope, and then all this time still verbal jousting. I didn't think we needed to reenact it. Just gotta watch the film. But
it was a very good, very light-hearted bit of the film, and then
because they're trying to kill each other, but they give you the impression with their back and forth and the music that this is a fight for fun in a way.
There's a couple of shots in this. There's a couple of shots in this. One of them being and later the one before this one, and later on when you see the tail, that looks very, very much like a winged dinosaur. I mean, it looks like an ankylosaurus or something with the long rows of the horns and the weaponized tail. Yeah, that looks. And again, when you see the tail come out, that looks very, very dinosauric.
Yeah, I think some of these, like this, I think is something they physically built. Liza, do you mind looking that up real quick?
I'm sorry. That's-
Yeah, if they
What do you need? What do you need me to look up?
I'm guessing this was physically built here. Like the tail and some of the parts of the dragon were physical.
Yeah, let me check that.
I'm trying to remember how it moved in there, but yeah, I think that's the thing, the combination of CGI and practical.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure, yeah, that.
Please be certain that's CGI in that shot. But as you said, yeah, some of it.
Well, maybe it was CGI in that shot.
I'm not sure, but that one could be either.
Mm-hmm.
Looks more like CGI, but the head looks very good. But the one down the back, that looks CGI-ish.
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, that's yeah, as Lisa said, that's where it works. You combine the two.
a lot of this stuff a little blurry because it's fast moving, but that also helps hide, things. So so it looks more realistic in motion and everything. But yeah, the dragon design is really good. It's a notch above Merlin 1998. And when he talks and everything, and you see the mouth move, it's like really effective. Okay, well, we're at the end. Yeah, folks, unfortunately, Liza is not able to release chats in the StreamYards right now, and obviously she's having trouble staying in. But let me see. I supposedly can do that, and since we're on our last few slides here, I think I might as well just do that here. Anything you wanted to say here? We are basically going to end it. I have only a few more slides. I found a good stopping point in the middle of the sequence.
Yeah, there is a great stopping point, as you said. This is it's a end of second, well, almost sort of second section beat, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Quaid. But basically what happens in this sequence is they do kind of get to a bit of a Mexican standoff.
Yeah.
Shall we say?
Oh, yeah, that is, again, it's very funny. I have when you actually get to the son I'm not quite sure about the placement of the weapon regarding what he says he can do with it, but that's an extremely minor quibble. Oh, that's something. Yeah. It's Tim the Enchanter.
Yeah, Tim the Enchanter is present and accounted for.
Yeah.
Man. But I like how they did not use the dragon until they decided to do it here in this fight scene. It just gave this scene, more potency when you're basically seeing the fight with the dragon go on, and that's the first time you actually see it. Before, you could barely see any dragon. And then they just they give you the full enchilada. Great head. All right, so verbal jousting, but it boils down to, this dragon's like, I'm the last one. you killed so-and-so, I think it's called the Scarred One. She was the second to last. Now I'm the last dragon, and you're going to be out of a trade. Oh, I guess Liza has her controls back. That's cool.
Yeah, he's back in again.
Yep. Been releasing the.
Yeah, I was trying
background
to, and then I see them disappear, and it's like, wait a minute, I just selected that one. That was you.
No, for me, for a while, I would have to click on a chat 2 or 3 times for it to release, and sometimes it wouldn't at all, or it would release it at a delay when I was trying to release something else.
Yeah.
It's StreamYard is misbehaving today. How dare you, StreamYard?
Well,
Yeah, it's a funny place he holds his brain.
This was an amazing scene.
It
Yeah.
was, yeah.
Yeah, might as well hang up here because we're kind of like stuck, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's like I could put this up into your brain, but at the same time, he would die too. So basically, yes, they are at a Mexican standoff, and it lasts until night. It's in the wee hours of the night. But Brother Gilbert is still here. And Brother Gilbert's saying,
But
how will this
falling
story end?
asleep.
How will this story end? And that's where we're going to end. On Brother Gilbert's question.
Yeah, I mean, it's some, you know.
Well, we can't end the story on Brother Gilbert, but because I have one more tiny thing that's interesting. Did you know? And I thought of you guys when I was having dinner with my brother when I was on the trip.
Yeah, because he was at Universal, and you visited him there on your way to Miami.
Yes. So he was already at what's that City Walk. He was at Universal City Walk. And me and my parents met him there, and we had dinner with him there. And in this place, in City Walk, yeah, there is a kiosk. City Walk.
Yeah, that's what I said. Shitty Walk from South Park.
Well,
yeah, it's a South Park riff. Yeah.
I didn't realize
have to.
So what's it called? City Walk.
City Walk, yeah.
It is City Walk as in the cooking implement.
No, like you're walking through a city.
Oh, well,
yeah.
No. Oh, because in South Park it's City Walk, which is that must be a pun on City Walk because it's shot actually it's a double pun. Okay. Sorry.
Well, maybe it is. I don't know if Universal Studios has some ownership of South Park. It could be. I don't know. It could be a reference.
No.
I have. I don't know.
I mean, if I've heard City Walk, I presume that's a chain of restaurants.
It's just like an area of Universal Studios that's meant to look kind of like.
Oh right.
Like a
it's
city block that has like restaurants and things on it.
Oh, I see. I had the impression it might be the chain of
it's
restaurants.
It's not WOK, no.
No. The restaurant was in Universal Studios City Walk, and I thought of you guys while I was there because there is this margarita kiosk, and one of the type of margaritas they were serving were elderberry margaritas. Yes. It's like you smelt of elderberries and shrubbery or whatever the line is.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
never.
No.
I was tempted to try them, but you
didn't.
The elderberry margarita. No, I promised. I promise you, Lawrence, one day we'll go and we'll try the elderberry margaritas, and we'll report back to the earworms audience and let them know about the elderberry margaritas.
I do have my own dried elderberries there that we can
make margaritas with. Okay.
I don't know.
Joser's on the table, and I don't have cat cam ready.
We were gonna do tea with it.
Hello, my poo.
Elderberry ice cream.
Well, no, I got dried elderberries, so I don't know if that works for ice cream or not.
Well, you have to make a tea out of it first, or cook them in some way. What is it, Jojo? He
Yeah, we
jumped
need to
up
boil
on my
'em.
desk, and I don't have cat cam ready. Hello, my boo. You're a baby.
Well, swappers will be disappointed.
Oh.
Well, anyway,
Oh,
I guess
very
that's it
well.
for this evening, folks. Thank you, folks in the chat, for joining us. This is on course to be a 3-week thing. So 2 more weeks of Dragonheart, and then we are going to be going to Sherwood Forest.
And then 3 weeks to actually watch. That's a season a week of Bowen and Sherwood.
Yeah, maybe that's a good approach.
I've nearly finished Fallout Tactics, so then
I think maybe it'd be good to do maybe 3 episodes where we just talk about it season by season.
Yeah,
maybe just focus on the plots of some episodes and things that strike us, and of course talk about the actors but yeah, that was tough, man. Season 2 to season 3, that was a little bit rough.
And then we can tie it back into Merlin, of course, with 2 of the actors. In fact, Robert Addy was in Merlin.
Yep.
And Excalibur.
Yeah.
Oh, Nicholas Grace is only in Merlin.
But Grace and Addy, you said that, did they do other things together other than Sherwood and
I'm
Merlin?
not that I'm aware of off the top of my head.
Because no, they had good chemistry in Robin of Sherwood. All right, folks, we're going to call it a night. And thank you for joining us. This Friday, we're going to be doing, strange, but we're going to be doing the monkeys. Yes, we're going to be doing the monkeys, Mike and Colin. And so I'm going to be doing my crash research tomorrow.
People say we're too busy singing to put anybody down.
Plenty of quotes.
In fact, that's 3 monkey songs I know.
And then Sunday we're doing I got to look up the name here. We want to get it right.
Oh God.
I want to look up the name.
The Long Twilight Struggle? No.
It might be something about Twilight. Definitely could be. But we are doing we're getting towards the end of season 2 here in Babylon 5.
We're getting towards a big reveal.
Yeah. I'm going to look up because I want to get the name right here. Babylon 5 season 2, and it is The Long Twilight Struggle. You are correct.
I couldn't remember all that, but I thought, is that was another one? Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one where some great speeches from Jurassic and Katsulas in that episode.
And some great acting without a single word being spoken as well.
It's a doozy. So definitely just one episode this week. All right. So that's the schedule, Friday and Sunday. And then next Wednesday, we're back with Dragonheart. And there we go, folks.
Okay, folks. Thank you for watching.
Yep. And any final thoughts from anybody? Because I am basically calling this meeting of the Society for People Who Put Things on Top of Other Things.
I do have one final thought. Hold on. I'm trying to get to the settings here so I can give my final thought. Okay. Yeah. Is it working? Yeah. I'm trying to get some technology to happen here. But, yeah. Oh. I thought I could get. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong setting. Never mind. Never mind.
Does that mean you're not doing it?
Okay, hold on. No.
Welcome to setting on the.
Oh,
there we go.
I taught a pretty tap.
Yes. That's the cat that was in Lawrence's office.
Is that
It escaped.
M audio oxygenate there?
M audio.
Those
oxygenate.
knobs. Oh no. That's the
No,
that's the channel strip I got you there.
Yes, the channel strip.
He looks annoyed.
Yes.
Mm.
He's not like Londo. He doesn't like being in front of the
Yeah.
camera, but he likes
He's
being
one-
on my desk while I'm
Yeah.
streaming, though.
Sitting on top of a wire from something I see.
Alrighty.
Wire from your keyboard.
Well, thank you all for joining us. And one last thing.
And finally, here are some completely gratuitous pictures of penises to annoy the censors and to hopefully spark some sort of controversy, which it seems the only way these days to get the jaded, video-sated public off their fucking asses and back in the sodding cinema.